Sure, YouTube is Dysphonic here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Otherwise, in today's video, I want to share with you guys more tricks and techniques on how to make Amapiano, and I'm sure you're gonna discover some nice sounds to go for, and some rhythms that you can try use on your tracks. So now let me show you guys, let me break down the beat for you. Let me show you step by step what I actually did. So with regards to the drum kit, like literally all I did was put in a kick, like a simple 4-step kick. I didn't do much, because I was lazy. I was lazy. And when you have the help of a fire Amapiano sample pack, you don't have to do a lot of work. So this is the drum kit that I did. There's no much that I did than that, because I was relying mostly on this loop from my sample pack. It's Dysphonic Amapiano Sample Pack Volume 2. There's a link under the description to download it. So this is how the loop sounds. And together with the kicks. All right, just notice how I applied an EQ to the loop, right? Because I wanted to remove the kicks. Let me just mute the kicks. As you can see, I chopped off the low ends of it because I wanted to remove that low kick that it has so that I add my own kick. So if you have a nice sample pack, then you're good, man. You don't have to do a lot of work with the drum kit. But then besides that, so this is what I then added. It's a Diablo TE from GMS. So these are my go-to plugins and presets when I want to do Amapiano. And this is how it sounds. So this sound right here just sets the key of the song, it sets the vibe of the song, right? So everything I do from there has to correspond to this. So it dictates where the song is gonna go from here. And this sound together with the drum kit, this is how everything would sound. And then from there, I added a purity, let's see what this is, tremolo signal. It's a very common sound that you'll get from Amapiano songs. This is how it sounds, right? So it had to take the A key, right? Because what I already have on GMS has the A key. So as I said, the GMS sound, because it's what I started off with, it's gonna dictate what key the other sounds should be on. And then what I did next was add this melody from Purity. I prefer using the sounds from the woodwind section. Right, it's a flute and it has a lot of reverb. I think, I'm not sure if I added the reverb and also a bit of delay. And also try to make sure that your reverb is not too wet, right? As you can see, I just had to remove and make it sound a bit dry. And then yeah, that's it. And also just be strategic with the way that you introduce your sounds. As you can see, my melody, I had to automate it. As you can see, there's an automation clip, and to organize and make things look presentable and well organized, I had to layer up the automation clip onto the melody itself. And this is how it sounds so far with the automation clip. Right, so just see how the melody doesn't just jump onto the beat, it just, gradually increases the volume. And then there's this other sound that I actually put onto this beat that I actually loved. It's this one. Just listen to it. This sound. That's a very nice sound over there. I'm sure this sound is also common, but it was actually my first time using it. And the nice thing with Amapiano, if you get your chords right, you don't have to use a lot of notes or with other sounds. And the name of the preset is Bang Bass from your Fruity DX10. Yeah, that's it. And then the next thing that I did was add a bass line. So I prefer having two Amapiano bass lines. There's a bass line for an intro, and then there's that serious bass line, right? That gives the song a hype. So this was my chilled intro bass line. This one. So what I usually do is I have one bass line that sounds too low and then one that sounds too punchy. This is the one that sounds low. Right. If you want the presets, these are log drums. These are all log drums. If you want the presets, just go download the Amapiano Dysphonic Amapiano Sample Pack Volume 2, you're gonna get the presets there. And then this is how it sounds together with the beat. Alright, and then now we're gonna move on to the next section where I added the bouncy sound, the sound that comes and goes. I don't know what to call it, but you'll get it on most Amapiano songs. It's this sound, and I was a bit creative with it over here. Let me just solo it. I added these 2 notes. You know, it's just me being creative, and it also gives the song a very unique sound. Obviously, because there are a lot of sounds playing at this time, you won't really, you know, hear it. But yeah, it's there and it does make a difference. Now, to make my bass line sound a bit interesting, I had to spice it up with some short punchy notes, which is pattern 12. These are the notes that I added. Very punchy, as you can hear, and I tweaked it a lot to give it that unique sound. And they're very short. They're very short. Let me just play everything for you. Alright, so they do give, you know, some spice to the bass line, but then themselves individually, they sound weird. Let me just solo them for you. It doesn't really make much sense, but then together with the song, with the other elements, it makes so much sense. And then the next thing that I'm going to show you guys is the second bass line that I added. Yeah, the second bass line. So as I told you, I like having 2 or 3 bass lines. Actually, there's 3 here. So the bass line that I used for the climax is the one that you see here in pattern 13. So I'm just gonna play the hype part. I'm gonna start it from here. Right, so that's the bass line that I used for the climax. I'm gonna solo it. I still use the same presets. One bass line is playing on the lows, and then the other bass line is very punchy. This is the punchy bass line. This is the one that's playing on the lows, this one. All right, cool. So I had to use both of them. Now, because at this point there's a lot going on and I want people to focus so much on the bass line, I had to remove some other elements here, you know, so that people pay much attention to the bass line alone, the new bass line that I added. So I had to remove some few sounds here to make it sound a bit quiet so that the bass line shines out. And then I had to introduce it with some. I'm just gonna be a bit quick because my camera is about to die. And then one other sound that I added here was this one. It's from GMS. This is how it sounds. Right, it's this sound over here. Let me just solo it. It's easy to plug in notes for this one because all I just have to do is plug A in an upper octave and a lower octave. So it's A3 and A2. That's all I had to do, depending on the key that you're playing on. And that's the name of the preset from plugin. So you can see that with Amapiano, you can literally produce it with only FL Studio stock plugins. You don't need extra VSTs. You can still make it with just FL Studio plugins, but then with packs, you need extra packs. Unless you want to tune the default packs that are there on FL Studio, but I haven't done that myself. And then lastly, what I want to show you is how to make the rolling snares and heads, which is pattern 9. As you can hear, there's a bit of rolling over here. So this was just one long note, and then I selected it, then press Alt plus U, and then as you can see, it's gonna chop everything, then click accept. And then also play around with the velocity, you know, just to make it have that rolling, nice rolling and smooth sound. So I had to layer up a lot of sounds, which is snares, hats, and cymbals. But then for the cymbals, since it has a long tail, I didn't use it that much. I only used it for this rolling section. But then I had to keep the volume low so that it's not too high, right? But then I'm gonna play together with the song. Just to also show you that I had to, you know, tune the vocal, because you can never just apply raw vocals like that onto your track. You have to do some mixing onto it to make it sound much better. This is how it sounds without the tuning. But then with the tuning, this is how it sounds. So that's just a bit of, you know, mixing that you can do to vocals. So we've now reached the end of the video. As you guys know, if I receive enough love through comments, likes, or whatever, I'm gonna drop the link for you guys to download the FLP. You can play around with it however you wish. I'm not an Amapiano producer, so I don't intend on releasing this song. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the link. You guys can download the song. So I'm gonna judge from the number of likes the video is gonna receive. If I like the reaction, I'm gonna drop the link and you guys are gonna download it. But otherwise, I hope you guys learned a lot from the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the content so that I post more. With suggestions, just comment down below. I'm gonna check the comments, and yeah, if I can do it, I'm gonna post that specific content. So feel free to throw some suggestions. I'm gonna catch you on my next video. Cheers.